G'day viewers and welcome to this episode of PB's Retro Restorations. This week, by fantastic coincidence, I'm also restoring this number 11D scaffold truck that my friend Johnny V of Johnny V's Custom Garage down in Tassie sent me a little while back. Why is it a fantastic coincidence? I've been working on this one for weeks and I finally get it finished and I'm editing the video together when Marty at Marty Matchbox Makeover's video for this week also happens to be the scaffold truck and also featured some 3D printed parts. It made me wonder if we're not living in a simulation and this was just another glitch in the matrix. Anyway, hopefully you can all handle another resto of the same casting. I'd also like to say thank you to any viewers taking a punt on my videos for the first time. Hope you like what you find here, and continued thanks to everyone who sticks their head in the wheelie bin that is this channel. Week in, week out, your stamina is much appreciated. The PB beard shave is progressing well. I'm going to a fundraising lunch on the 23rd of February to try and supercharge the total. But thanks to you, dear viewers, we have so far raised $530, which is incredible. I'd like to give a highly coveted, probably, PB shout out to these kind donors. Peter O, Lothar R, all the way from Germany, Linny M, Phil Y, Sharon and Patrick and family, Lyndall C, Michelle F, Amanda S, she's trouble, Johnny V, and of course Big Keg. Thank you so much for all your generosity. It's very kind of you to get behind such a worthy cause. And on that note, let's get crack-a-lackin', as they say in the scaffolding industry, probably, and get this happening. Alright, so you might all remember this one from the Christmas video. This is one that Johnny V in Tasmania from Johnny V's Custom Garage kindly sent me, amongst a heap of others. I made it look a little bit worse than it is on the turntable for dramatic effect. But it's, as you can see here, one of the legs for the axle to go through is broken off. It's taken a fair bit of the base with it. We've lost the bumper, edges of the bumper here. And of course, as always, all the scaffolding's missing. But thanks to the magic of 3D printing, I'm going to design one of these to replace it. Print out the scaffolding. Don't think I'll replace the wheels. We'll give them a refurb. Silver shouldn't be too hard to replicate. Glass is in there. Bit scratched from being pushed down in there, but that'll clean up nice. It's not cracked. It's lovely. This is one of those projects that without the luxury of being able to 3D print the parts, it would be expensive. It would be, you probably wouldn't do it. I don't know. I don't think you can buy these bases. I know you can buy the scaff. So anyway, beauty. Proper look at that glass now. Yep, that's going to come up. You beaut. Get these wheels off here and we'll be party time. So here's my file. I designed it so that I could use the original grille and headlights from the broken base. That's why it doesn't have one on here. Now, by fantastic coincidence, another fantastic coincidence, my friend Lee over at Time Riders Wee Little Cars was also working on a 3D file. I think his probably looked a bit better, but I'd already printed mine by that stage. But it just, there's something going on in the universe with scaffold trucks this week, viewers. Now, a viewer by the name of Willie reached out to me about the file for my Vauxhall Victor base that I did and said he had the scaffolding 3D print file, but again, I'd already designed my own. But I want to give a big thanks to Willie for sending it to me. He sent me some other files which are going to be handy too, and I'll let you know when I'm using those. So here's one of my countless test prints. The scaffolding I found it near impossible to get it to print straight, and the ones I used in the end are all a bit wobbly and a bit skew-if, but we'll talk about them a bit later in the video. Now, the base I took 2 or 3 prints of this as well, with some fine adjustments. Each of the axle was a little bit too far forward or not quite, and it's still not perfect, but it's come out pretty good. So I told you I designed my base so I could reuse the grill from the original. So here I am just using my jeweler saw, chopping it off and preparing to glue it on. So I don't know what it is with the glass in these falling down like it does. Marty's had the same problem mine did. When I did get to stripping mine, I did notice that one of the pillars was bent, so maybe mine got stood on, but not enough to dislodge the screen like it did. Makes me wonder if it's a manufacturing fault that affected a few of them. I was trying to say afflicted then, viewers, but I couldn't get it out. Ever since I've been shown the light that you don't need to apply direct flame to die cast to warm it up, so it's a bit easier to bend, I've been feeling a lot braver in trying some of those, bending some of these castings. So that's what I've done here. It's been sitting in boiling water for a bit, and I'm just giving it a few tweaks as bravely as I'm prepared to go, and happy days, I didn't snap it. So there's plenty of images of these online, so I just found one that was as square on and as straight on as I could find that was a high enough resolution. When I found one, I copied it and tweaked it and restored it. I find it really therapeutic doing this. Like, it might seem mind-numbingly boring, but sometimes that's exactly what you need in this life. So sometime later, we're left with a nice clean image. I laser printed out on special laser print decal paper, of course, because you don't have to clear coat it, you can just go straight into applying them. It's good stuff. Not going to lie, viewers, it took me several goes to get some decent ones out of this. That's no good. That one's borderline. Borderline. Got no tops on it. Borderline. No tops. Okay, we'll get rid of those. I think they're the pick. We'll go with those four. Well, that was lucky, viewers. They fit spot in there. They're not going to stay on there, are they?
It's better.
So I primed them and then I painted them white because if you try painting anything with yellow straight onto that primer coat, it just looks awful. So painted them white and then I put a coat of yellow over the top. With the flat pieces of the scaffolding, I couldn't think of any other way to do it but to paint one side, let it dry, then flip it over and paint the other side. I can't leave it on the frames when you 3D print them because you've seen how they come out, just not conducive, so I figured that was the best way to do it. Yeah, I think I might have leaned into this a bit too hard when I was reforming the axle ends, because I think one of the wheels got a little bit too hot and might have. So if you see anything on your 50-inch TV that I couldn't see in front of my own eyes, that might be what it is. Again, you might be able to see it on your phone, or maybe you can see it on your telly. You might be able to see it all, but I'm going to tell you, viewers, the tops of a couple of these scaffolds are so wibbly wobbly it was disgraceful, and I was almost going to buy some. I thought, no, push through, at least you can say you made them yourself. Putting the glass back in, you'd think, well, it must have got busted off that post, but no, it popped back on like it had never been put on there properly in the first place, so I don't know.
Yes, love. Okay, love. Isn't this going well, viewers?
Used some images off the internet and restored my own carton. Printed it out, so much better than anything on that terrible download and the CD box of them anyway. I'm really chuffed with how it came out. So I decided to educate myself on folding card and how to avoid the image tearing. And that led me to investing in one of these things. And when I say invest, I mean $20 on Temu. It came really quickly. It's got the little cutting knife for cutting, obviously, but the best part about it, and you won't be able to see it here, but this board has grooves all over it, and it comes with a card scoring knife. So you'll see me using it here. It's making it a lot easier and getting much better results, like the image doesn't tear anymore. But I'll talk about it some more in my next video, because I've been doing boxes of go-go with it now. Still use my scissors in a couple of spots. I think this was the second or third one I tried doing it. But it's a great little machine. The secret to scoring the card is to put the image face up and run the scorer across the top of the image, not the underside of it, which is what I thought you would do. But you can do this, it won't hurt the image, and when you fold it at the end, it doesn't tear I guess it compresses it or something. I don't know the science behind it. The science behind much of anything really, but it works for me, and I think the results were fantastic.
Motor.
Miles too much glue, isn't it, viewers?
Had some idea in my head that the originals came with a blue rubber band holding the scaffolding in from the factory. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I put a little blue rubber band around it, popped it in the box, and just like that, as if by magic, with no trouble whatsoever, we are done. Okay, so here we are back at the start with Johnny V's generous, one of Johnny V's generous donations. Looking a little bit worse for wear, but you know, that bent A-pillar and the busted base, there's not really a lot else that can go wrong with these. They're a pretty solid little toy. But anyway, I digress. This is what we started with, and this is what we're left with now. Ta-da! Almost looking $1 million now. Oh, geez, you can see how wonky the tops of those my 3D printed scaffold is. If only they came out as straight as they did on the they looked on the computer, I'd be selling them online, I suppose. Fresh paint, homemade decals, 3D printed base, which has given it another lease of life. Couldn't quite get all the scratches out of that glass, but it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this one, viewers. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget the PB's Retro Restorations 4th birthday community build, diecast, bottle kit, cocktail sticks, any brand, it doesn't matter. June's ages away, plenty of time to get involved, have fun, and maybe win a substandard prize. Want to see what my face looks like under all the hair? No, me either, but I'm going to do it anyway to help raise $40,000 for Women's Legal Service Queensland. Please consider donating via the QR code on your screen, or check out the link in the description for more details. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Of the 1,000 or so videos that are probably on the internet these days, you've chosen to watch mine, which I really appreciate. Go check out some of my other videos, and if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you on board as a close personal friend of PB. Have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!